Alberta's former chief medical officer of health says a failure of leadership contributed to Alberta's measles outbreak. Dr. Mark Joffe made the comment during a presentation to the University of Alberta's Department of Medicine on Friday. He said the outbreak was not a surprise, pointing to vaccination rates as low as 10% in some areas. It comes a day after he wrote an op-ed in newspapers explaining the severity of the disease and the effectiveness of the vaccine.
Ultimately, we're not forcing people to be immunized, right? But they at least need the information. And in fact, I am aware of instances of individuals being hospitalized with measles where the family is completely unaware that this was preventable.
The infectious diseases professor quit as chief medical officer of health a couple of weeks ago after spending 2.5 years in the role. Alberta's measles outbreak continues to grow, and while people try to get vaccinated, some are finding they will have to wait weeks to get second doses. They are among those asking Alberta to ramp up its response while this serious disease spreads. Here's Alicia Fielberg.
Julita Severson-Baker wants to do what she can to prevent herself and others from getting measles.
It's very dangerous for young people, and I have a really dear friend with a baby who's 4 months old that I visit frequently, and I just want to make sure I'm protecting her as well as my own family.
Babies can't be vaccinated until they're 6 months old, but Severson-Baker called 811 to get her second dose and was surprised to find she has to wait nearly 6 weeks.
That seemed like a very long time if we're in the middle of an outbreak.
Alberta is experiencing the worst measles outbreak in nearly 3 decades, with 161 cases, the vast majority in the central and south zone where vaccination rates are low. Canada previously eliminated measles in 1998 after recommending a second dose of vaccine.
To see this backward slide is very concerning, and I think we need to do everything in our power to address it, and that includes having access to the vaccine for people who want it.
In the past, Alberta set up community immunization clinics during outbreaks of infectious diseases, including measles, where people don't need appointments to get their shots.
We have seen really the dramatic impact of having focused vaccine clinics. It's far more convenient to simply pop in after work or after school, but it also makes the healthcare accessible and approachable to people in the community and get people asking questions and getting the answers they need.
Symptoms include fever, cough, and a blotchy rash 3 to 7 days after the fever starts. Between 1 in 3 of every 1,000 people with measles dies. This year, outbreaks killed 1 child in Ontario and 3 people in the United States. Some are calling on Alberta to make it easier for people to get vaccinated.
Our public health system worked beautifully to eradicate measles the first time, and we need to do that kind of thing again.
And Alicia joins us from the Sheldon Schumer Centre tonight. So Alicia, how many new measles cases are there?
Tara, Alberta Health is reporting 2 new cases today in the South Zone. Now, anyone needing a vaccination appointment can call 811. And if you're an adult needing a second dose in Calgary, the Sheldon Schumer is the only place that you can get it. Alberta Health says that children's vaccination appointments for measles should be filled within 1 week, and for adults they should be filled within 3 weeks. And if those timelines are not met, then they will open community clinics on an as-needed basis. Now, with this one case that we know about, that doesn't seem to necessarily meet the threshold, so it's unclear whether Alberta will be opening community-based clinics. Tara?
Okay, Alicia, thank you.